So thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming to the Vinnova press conference. Over the next 20 to 30 minutes, we'll take you through some of the announcements that we have at the show at NAB 2016. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Guido Meardi, who's the CEO and co-founder of Vinnova, who will start the session.
Yep. Good afternoon, everybody. Let's turn on the mic. Good afternoon, everybody. We're very happy and excited today because last year at NAB, it was a very important moment for us. It was our public debut. We had just come out of stealth and we announced, as some of you might remember, a new codec that was promising very strong bitrate benefits. Very excited because today we are talking about real business benefits, real deployments, real business. After 1 year, we made a lot of strides, and we will show some of this. We promised last year when we came out, we mentioned that the benefits of our compression software Perseus were very substantial because we could shift the whole bitrate curve down by allowing Ultra HD at typical HD bitrates, which means the possibility to deliver viable Ultra HD services. HD at SD bitrates, which means the possibility to deliver HD services with unreliable networks, whether IP, ADSL networks or mobile, and also SD at typical audio bitrates, which means essentially the possibility to deliver watchable video to everybody wherever they are, including low coverage areas or even developing countries. And essentially, that was already pretty compelling, but we said another important thing, which was the fact that Perseus could fit within the existing infrastructure. So it could upgrade as a turbocharger existing devices, existing head-ends, existing appliances, existing decoder devices, including very old legacy devices like set-top boxes. And essentially this combines into the potential of extremely significant business benefits because we're talking about revenue benefits for launching new services, increasing quality, at the same time very significant cost savings, and at the same time, very low capital investments because essentially it's not necessary to replace the whole infrastructure. You might have seen also that in the past months we've been working with a number of tier 1 partners and operators, and we are here today to tell you some of the things that we have done because we've worked really hard to make everything that we promised possible. And what we are demonstrating today is that it is indeed possible, it is actually done. And we are showing in particular, we are doing that by announcing real deployments enabled by real solutions that are deployable and on sale today. And also we'll be discussing how investing in Perseus is future-proof due to the possibility that Perseus enables to support also the future trends of the industry.
Should we start with the most important thing? I think is is the customers, is the deployments, is the the proof that the technology is viable through the services that it enables. So we have a number of announcements here at NAB, and one very specific, very important for us today. They cross the whole of the delivery chain. So Eutelsat, a global leader in satellite communication and connectivity, has chosen Perseus and one of our products for contribution of visually lossless 4K, ultra high definition, for a very important tournament, the European Championship, the soccer championships in June 2016 this year. So all 7 matches are going to be contributed to the teleport of Eutelsat using Perseus technology. It's very important to us. And why did they do that? Well, they did that for very specific business reasons, because it is the only technology, it is the only product that allowed them to deliver low latency, near lossless, high quality, ultra high definition feeds within the infrastructure, the connectivity that they have already in place. So they have connectivity in place for HD, audio, data, internet, from the International Broadcasting Center. The only way that they could fit more content and UHD content into that infrastructure without a costly upgrade was through Perseus technology. So very excited about that important tournament and a high-end application for our technology. And to show you the breadth of the technology itself, the other announcement of the deployment or service that is enabled by Perseus technology and our products and our solution is Fast Films. So Fast Films is an OTT aggregator in India that actually, through the deployment of Perseus technology, is able to expand the reach of their service to make it actually business viable. To go from targeting only the population that could access 3G network, high capacity network, or higher capacity network, to those that could access 2G networks. And for those of you who are not familiar with the kind of typical connectivity speeds of 2G networks, that means delivering video at 120 kilobits per second. So I mean delivering video at typically bit rates associated with audio. And we did that, and by doing that, we managed to extend the reach of their service, the target population from the 25% of the population that sits on 3G networks. I'm not even mentioning the fixed broadband because in southern India it's very scarce, to over 70%. So you're managing from a business sense, the accessibility to many more customers, 3 times as much, is something that kind of changes the nature of a business. And by lowering the data rate and the cost to the consumer, by a factor of up to 4, it actually makes premium video delivery in India cheaper than actual piracy. But these are 2D announcements so far at the NAB show. We saved one specifically for today.
For now.
All right, Guido.
Yeah, and we're very excited about this new announcement that we're making right here. We're very excited because very often we've been saying to people we want to cover the whole video delivery spectrum, but we are very focused on premium services because that's where the money is. It's where the big services are. And premium delivery, the large majority of premium delivery today is via set-top boxes, very often old legacy set-top boxes. And we promised that Perseus would be able to upgrade existing old legacy set-top boxes to deliver new delivery services. So we are very pleased to announce today that we've done it. And in particular, we announced today that Sky has deployed Perseus on their IPTV platform in Italy. And this is especially relevant because it shows an application of Perseus where the turbocharging of an existing platform allows a new business model to be developed and the expansion of an existing service. What does it mean in practice? Essentially, Sky gave us this challenge. They said, guys, this is what we have. We have a harmonic headend for live delivery. We have entity data transcoders for VOD. And we have existing set-top boxes based on Broadcom chipsets, based Wi-Play middleware. Essentially, the Broadcom chipset's 8-year-old, so fairly legacy set-top boxes. And they said, please upgrade the headends. Please upgrade the set-top boxes. Please make sure that for everything in between in the IP networks, nobody notices the difference because we don't want to change the CDN or the telemetry or the encryption, anything at all. And please make sure that you at least half the bitrate half the bitrate versus the best and latest generation MPEG-4 encoders, because we want to make sure that we move from fiber delivery to also ADSL delivery. So we want to make sure that we can deliver IPTV also to ADSL customers. And they also said, if it wasn't enough, please do it in a relatively short amount of time. And this is what we announced today, because we've done it and it's currently working and in rollout. Achieving a bitrate benefits with the same infrastructure that allows to more than half the bitrate, but what's more important is the significance for the business of having the bitrate. So migrating from the current 8.5 megabits to less than 4 megabits. It means from a business point of view, you can see here in the chart a curve that shows the penetration of households that you have according to the bitrate. And if you are constrained at MPEG-4 bitrates, essentially you're constrained to fiber to the home customers, which means roughly 10% of households in Italy. By going to below 4%, the penetration of households could go to higher than 85%. So it's more than 8 times the penetration and the potential for the service, which essentially changes from a strategic point of view in a very significant way how the IPTV platform is positioned vis-a-vis the other delivery platforms. At the same time, this allowed very significant operating cost savings because it increased encoding density. Also at encoder, Perseus guarantees more processing power efficiency and hence encoding density. And it also increased, and it also, of course, reduced CDN costs. And all this with low capital investments. So very significant, and it's also significant not just for this service, but for also the implications of this service for other tier 1 operators, because essentially shows that it is indeed possible to upgrade an existing infrastructure, existing set-top boxes, and deliver next generation services today, and achieve at the same time very strong revenue opportunities, cost reductions with low capex investments.
So, big announcement, a big announcement for us. We've been working at this very hard. It also shows the breadth of the solution. So we announced deployment contribution, we announced deployment on OTT, and now with Sky, tier 1 operator, a deployment to an ecosystem, an existing ecosystem of set-top boxes. So how do we achieve that? We achieve that through real solutions. So working, as I said, with our partners and ourselves to package the technology in the way that is most or the easiest, if you want, for an operator to deploy. So on that, we also have announcements here at NAB of the results of the work that we've done with these providers, and that have resulted in packaging the technology and solutions that are more readily available for other providers to deploy. So what we're debuting here at NAB is the Perseus SDK. So the Perseus software development kit kind of shows that Perseus is far beyond a set of mathematical equations or an algorithm or so great scientific ideas. It's really a full application software that is ready for integration by third parties. So it's a plugin, it's the reference code, it's the reference streams, it's anything that a vendor needs in order to quickly deploy the technology. We've done this with the likes of Harmonic, we've done this with the likes of Imagine, and this, the results of this integration is actually on show here at NAB in Hall and then North. Also debuting here at the show is P-Link 4K. So P-Link 4K is actually a broadcast-grade appliance built on a commercial off-the-shelf server that deploys Perseus power for UHD 4K application. So visually lossless, 4K at the rates, unprecedented bit rates that basically make the case for 4K contribution over existing lines, as we've seen the deployment by Eutelsat confirming. Launching here today at the show is another platform that takes Perseus power and makes it available in a more flexible, compact, cost-effective unit. This unit is available in a 3RU kind of dense platform and in a single unit, more compact platform that basically takes the Perseus power, the Perseus performance, and makes it available to the majority of contribution streams and contribution feeds out there. They're still HD. Interesting of this platform is that it actually works on a mobile chip. So the chip inside that platform is a mobile chip, is no expensive kind of custom-made silicon or FPGAs. So kind of like a testament again of how massive parallelism and how light the software means in terms of like velocity of deployment and cost effectiveness. Obviously, this is not all still for an operator. The technology, we get a lot of questions about, okay, where you're going to take these next, where you're going to take the technology next, how future-proof is it? So,
yep. And
how future-proof is it, Guido?
Well, it is very future-proof, and we're here to announce also that part of the equation that is very important, because TV and media moves quickly, and of course today we see certain things, but there are a lot of important trends in the industry, and people want to know, okay, if I work with you guys, what happens with that? And we know that there are some important trends in the industry, like 4K. 4K, we've been talking about it for long, but whether we want it or not, it's coming. It's coming soon. And according to projections, 21% of global IP traffic by 2019 will be 4K. We see already strong pickup in several countries. HDR, if you go to the show floor, everybody's talking about HDR, and so the growth of HDR-capable sets is going to grow further and further. And then also 8K. Some people may laugh about 8K sometimes, but in reality, it's a force to consider, because it's coming. Sooner or later, it's coming, and there are already some important operators and vendors that are committing to it, and there are some predictions of significant amounts of capable sets in a few years. So today we are announcing the results of an independent research that resulted in 3 reports. Independent research executed by Informa ITV, and William is here with us. We thank him, and we can talk to him also later. Essentially, on 4K, there is a new benchmark, and for visually lossless, low latency, intra-only 4K, visually lossless quality can be achieved with 200 megabits. For HDR, the research demonstrated that there is inherent support of HDR within Perseus. And also for 8K, the report on 8K demonstrates that the performance benefits already demonstrated by Perseus in SD, HD, and Ultra HD become even further for 8K, essentially enabling and allowing to record images in 4K, in 8K, and use the existing infrastructure, the SDI infrastructure used for uncompressed, to deliver near lossless 8K, and to have practical storage of 8K, storage and production of 8K images. So quite exciting news, because they show that Perseus is not just great today, but the world is moving in a direction that will make Perseus more and more relevant. Also both because of compression and because of processing power efficiency, the more we go to 4K, 8K, HDR, and the more the benefits of Perseus, both in terms of compression and in terms of beyond compression benefits, will be relevant and will drive a sort of inevitable adoption. So we are not gamblers, but we are in Vegas. So if we had to bet on a number today, we would bet on 3, because we just announced 3 major deployments, 3 new solutions, 3 new independent reports, and all in all, summing up these news, we could say it's no longer just about bit rates, it's mostly about business. So business, not just bit rates.
Yeah, I mean, that concludes. I think there's plenty of announcements, trying to fit them all in. I think, importantly, as we said from the very beginning, you prove a technology by seeing it out there in the field and being able to tune in onto a service that shows you its capabilities. We've done that with 3 deployments across 3 different applications. We're doing that with solutions that you can see. Actually, I allow myself to put a map of the trade show floor, so you can see where you can find those solutions out there on the trade show floor. And obviously, I invite you to download the reports from our website as well, so you can verify the performance of the codec and the fact that it is future-proof, it is here to stay.